Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. That's really loud. Might just be mine. Yours. Yeah. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're going to carry on from where we did before. We started the second game and did the first chapter, and now going straight into the second. Is that the... You're right, Toad. Hope you're right, buddy. Too far. Right, where were we? Yeah. Hope you're right. This was no accident. Ooh, car. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. How are they speaking? Ooh, that's a bit of a crash. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Oh, what's she done? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Oh, what's she done? I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. Oh. June 16th, off 3 at the offices. Mia drove the car or drugged the driver. I don't know. I think she might have just been standing there and she's blaming herself. What depressing rain. Look at this dude. Do you understand how depressed this makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. To think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. That's what the girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. That's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. Well, that's on him, really. What a nerve, calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my £1,500 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl. I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this accident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, wow. Oh, you're a doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes, I heard you. I agree. It's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was the nurse. It was her who got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. Like, that's a pretty big mix-up. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting her wrongdoing. Wow. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me, and this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes a car. Smash, crunch, instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. Wow, this guy's pretty brutal. That's right, about a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumours that Dr. Gray had actually caused the crash. Oh, I don't want to be part of his team. Like, there's going to be a point where I'm doing this, and it's like, no, the dude actually did it. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice accident. Why would Al? Now, I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. And as a plot twist, I don't know the real accident was the friends we made along the way. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You realise I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? Nope, this is something only you can do. I mean, I'm pretty much a private investigator. Mayor Frey, you know this girl, correct? Yeah. Why would he know her? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean, wait a second, her? I worked under her? Yeah, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together. But she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. Must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these things. Mystical sort of things. She's one who introduced me to Mayor Frey. Is Mayor really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm gonna have her call the spirit of the nurse that got herself killed. Oh. I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because we have the power to communicate with spirits, shows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. This man knows made of... Is this man's nose made of butter or something? He keeps fixing his glasses up. Yeah. He does it more than I do. Not counting training, this will be the first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. Condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said she wouldn't do the channeling without seeing you again first. And that's why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? I mean, she was here at the last case, so I'm not really that bothered. I thought she was already back, to be honest. And so, that's how I ended up visiting Mayor's hometown with the doctor. June the 19th, Karan Village. Looks a lovely little village. So this is Karan Village, Mayor's hometown. There's a weird little girl. Why, hello there. Fairly certain the last case was way in the past. Okay. Like a trial one. A trial. What an odd title, little girl. Hey, wait up. Pearly. Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Oh, she's been more excited than that. Nick! Mayor, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow. I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not a big deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I'd known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh well. Need a haircut, man. Like, need to stop closing things so I can actually get a haircut. Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. What's new with you? Today's channeling. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I don't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Hold the power of Mayor Intelligence Network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. So, what is this Mayor Intelligence Network anyway? The tabloids. Oh god, she takes all her news from the tabloids. That's what I thought. Fake news. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard about it all from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's so scary. Yeah, I guess so. So, your hometown, Mayor? Grand Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium. Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. It's probably true since the Fey ability to communicate with dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Oh yeah, I want to ask you about the girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly Faye. She's my cousin. Oh, wow. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours, truly. Cousin. Wait, that means she's also, yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. Let's hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. I mean, it's a good life tip to begin with. Well, you're not wearing training clothes for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside the town. That reminds me what happened to Emma. Which one's this? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the one from the last one? They all lived happily ever after. It turned out the police chief did do it, and yeah, everyone. Oh no, her sister got like done for tampering with evidence, but it was a short sentence. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure. She's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Crane Village. Pearly's mother is my aunt, duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling. Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. Alright, good luck there. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky mayor. I want to examine the rock. It's a big rock. A giant rock. Its origins are written on a beat-up sign. The partner in this game, yeah, I don't know. The first one was a weird police chief lady. It looks like this giant rock is called Crane Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for the spirits to live in. Oh, something like that. How nice. To the meditation room. Ah, sick room. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. I do hope the Andre still doesn't... Yeah, he's like, I'm done with Mayor. I'm going for the even younger one. Yeah. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl came and made the wrong hole again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on public airwaves. It's like talking about weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Mayor's house, though. Went from almost adult to a high school student to possibly a small child. Yeah, he's not going in the right direction, is he? I was given a guide map to the building. Here, Mr. Wright, you can have a copy. Why do I need that? Can I see it? I mean, calling an alley, not an alley, a corridor in your house the winding way, like, that's a bit far. Especially when it just goes to the side room. Yeah. I'm gonna give a name to every corridor in my house. You know what he wants to see? He wants to see my attorney badge. Look, here's my attorney's badge. Are you trying to compete with me in my profession with that piece of crap? I'm a surgeon. Compared to you lawyers, I'm practically a saint. Yes, well, I don't exactly have any patients right now. But, and listen good, I'm not the one that made the mistake. This doctor needs his head examined. He also needs his nose examined. The side room is entirely constructed of sides, also known as the sides of a cube. That's the top side. We do not have roofs here. Oh, we can go to the winding way. Let's go to the winding way. Look at that. Look how winding it is. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? An incinerator? It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. I mean, you've got to, you know, clean up stuff sometimes. The side room. Here we go. It's the room of sides. So this is the side room. Looks like more of a break room. There is bedding spread out the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. I want to disturb them. Wakey wakey. Is that someone sleeping in one over there? Will this just be the steel samurai again? She's probably just loads of back and forth. She's probably an exhausted medium trying to catch some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. Probably a good idea to not disturb her. Oh, look at this guy. I like the wooden bear. Curry Village, the heart of channeling. Oh, it's a souvenir. This mean it's easy to spot bears here? Outside. What's outside? From here, I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Okay. Go back to the winding way and we just took ball for bear. Oh dear. That's definitely a bear. Yeah, it says bear. Got a fish in its mouth as well. That's what bears do, right? One thing I do find interesting is this whole village. Are they still going to do the false thing that they did in the last game? Where they're like, this is definitely America. As they try and, like, westernize it. Right, what do you want? Today's channeling. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. Signed confession? Yeah, confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May the 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And on then, May 24th, I fell asleep on the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and apologise for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With the confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. This guy really does not like rain, does he? So how did you hear about Mayor Faye? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult in college. That girl introduced me to the village. This is entirely America. The lead director of the English version conferred it's a merge Japanese-American civilization. Okay. Just have it as Japan, like, is really people, like, are people really going to be like, I am not going to play this game, if it's based in Japan? This is the home of the Koran School of Channeling. And Maya is the daughter of the master. Master? Anyway, do you see the door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Also, is this here place? This is LA. Miss Mayor's aunt is there right now. Would you care to meet her? I will go meet her. Yeah, there's been a lot of like, it's in LA. It's just a bit strange. Like, I don't see the problem with them. Like, I know they do it with a lot of things, but to try and like negotiate the complete style change just to make it in America for a Western audience is very strange. Wow, such a strange atmosphere here. This is probably the biggest fire hazard in the history of hazards. Yeah, I mean, you're asking for a problem, aren't you? These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Good spot. Oh, she's adding to it. That amount of hair. That's definitely got your hairspray in it as well. My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good, sir. Is she talking about me? The worst part? Yeah, that's what I mean. You got the wood of the manor, you got the wood of everything else, and you've got her hair. Like, this won't last the game. You're a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Mayor. Is that so, Mystic Mayor? I am Mystic Mayor's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. I wanted to speak... They're going to run out of M. Fay soon, surely. I wanted to speak with you about a certain accident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Mayor in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Like, she offers. I haven't asked her for anything. Her hair's an onion dipped in black paint. Don't tell me I've already forgotten. Was it not for Mystic Mayor and her assistant? You surely would not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present. Thank you. So why did you add Mystic to Mayor's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Oh my. I dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Mayor. I'm sorry. She must be addressed by a proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Mayor. So about Mystic Mayor. It's the blood. Mr. Mayor carries the blood of the master, and actually she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? I'm afraid to ask what she's drinking out of a mug. Yeah, it's a bit... Like, is that... Has she not washed the mug and it's just crispy on the edges, or is it that full? Mr. Mayor is the last of the rightful heirs of the Korean channeling technique. Then where do you stand? That's a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the branch family. Dirty mind prosperous. I mean, we don't see any of the guys. They could be in farms somewhere. Branch family, what's that? It's as it sounds. For a member of the branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the school. So how strong are you? It's a shame, however I will admit, I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the master's. That's how it is. So today's channeling will be her first. Yes, good sir. Because of the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident. Channeling will take place here. This is the channeling chamber. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing by lighting as many candles as possible. So this room is the channeling chamber. The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. A constant drinking is the next cowboy beard shaving, yeah. Do not even think such nonsense. Yeah, it's just... At least if she went to prison with the mug, it'd be more accepting than him being in prison with the knife and shaving his beard and no one thinking anything of it. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the crane techniques cannot just be seen by anybody. I'll never stop Maya from doing it in front of me. It's also for your safety, good sir. If something were to go wrong, that is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh yes, I wonder if you've yet to meet Pearl. She's an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd little girl. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you're about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not the evils of this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Since prisoners confiscate anything that can be used as a weapon, she'll probably take her bottomless mug. Yeah. She could just drown people with it. Please refrain from affiliating her. I request. Well, it's not like I was able to anyway. I must insist and stress that you do not let it go. Okay, I get it. Does she want to see my attorney's badge? Good sir. We would like to begin the channeling at 3 o'clock. If you don't mind, would you mind allowing us to make preparations? Sure, she's a fae alright, just as odd as the rest. Why is she not interested in my mug? Do I leave now then? Look around. Folding screen. Pretty sure that's what it says. I'll have to go back later. Can't seem to... Oh, there we go. Guess this is an altar. It's just the altar in general. And if you please could not just go around touching things. If you were to touch them, they would become cursed. Yes, cursed. You really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. Back here? No, he's got nothing. Oh, here we go. Hey you, hold on now. This girl's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Oh no! Why do they have to keep reusing these people? Oh well, I'll be. It's Miss Phoenix, right? How you been? Haven't you seen you in what, a year? You are a lot of heart. You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo. The one and only paranormal photographer. A lot of heart. I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. Of course. Today I'm going to get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. Channeling's about to be started. Is it that time already? How did she end up photographing Nessies to going to Pseudo Japan? I know. We should all hurry and get back to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. A lot of heart, I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Really? So am I going back to the meditation room? We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Mayor and honoured guest, please proceed to the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to lay a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologise, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Sure. Mystic Mayor, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. Key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. I'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Why am I here if I can't even witness this? I have to see her drinking endlessly. Now let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on. Now, Granny. Granny? How come I ain't allowed in the room? Dear Madame, you have an impressive grasp of English. Of English. Where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Plot twist, the ginger is actually the mother of the dark-haired cowboy. Oh my god, it gets deeper. Is that so? I humbly request you return to this heart of the heartland. What? This is Crane Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Oh. Wow, she shut Lada up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. I feel like I didn't need to be here. Hey now, what was that just now? Came from inside the channeling chamber. Ooh. Hey, that's a gunshot. Excuse me. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I bet my afro on it. Well, you didn't know what a gunshot sounded like before. May's in there. Let's go what to do. Miss Faye, what should we do? Yellow-bellied chicken liver. What are you waiting for? Kick it down already. But the key... That key is one of a kind in this world. There is only that one. Even I am powerless to open the door. There's already no other way. Alright, stand aside. I'm going to break the door down. Hey, please. That sort of recklessness. Yeah, and that's what I call being a man. Ooh. Dr. Gray. I reckon if she tipped over her mug and don't notice, the entire planet would be turned into a massive ocean. She is the cause for global warming. The real cause. Just pouring tea everywhere. Click. I was murdered. Mayor? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, Mayor? Step away from her. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But hurry, before there are more victims. Hey, let's go, city boy. Let's leave this to Granny. Oh. So I'm going to have to protect Mayor from a spirit. This is going to go really well. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here. So I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. Okay. Thanks for that information. And they're on the way. That's good, Lordy. I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal, Mayor. She wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Mayor's definitely, like, aged there as well. But doesn't know that when Mayor is challenging, her whole physical appearance changes. Oh, there you go. I'm fairly certain Mayor is bloody dead because she had blood splatters on her chest and that the man murdered her. Also, her aunt is also a medium. Her aunt did it from, like, another room. Then again, weren't there only 2 of them in there? I reckon she must have done it. Oh, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. He's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like a wet sheep. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's really controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must be real tough to work for him. Will I back in now? Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's Mystic Mayor? She's returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She's still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. guess I'll just have to wait. The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. You again? What are you doing all the way out here? I was about to say that. Like, wasn't this 2 hours away? It wouldn't be the same police department. It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip. Well, time to check out the crime scene. You won't. Why do you have jurisdiction here? That's not how this works. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, it's gonna be T-Lady. Like, T-Lady did it so she can control the family or something? Video game logic. Jurisdiction does not exist. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking about a spirit medium person now, so... The two of them went inside the chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Go in. Who's moved the body? The police are busily running here and there. And I don't see Mayor anywhere. Oh, it rhymes. Hey you, don't touch anything. Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal, I'll let you ask me a few questions, okay? About Mayor. Hate to break it to you, pal, but the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Mayor and the victim were inside this room after all. The Mayor is... Ask me, who brought a gun into the room? Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. Ah, the old double tap. Basically, the Vic was first stabbed and then he was shot. The next prosecutor can be explained in a single word. Caffeine. Oh, wow. Oh, is it not edgelord? But if you're shot in the forehead, there were multiple gunshots. Oh, wait. I probably needed to examine the room a bit, don't I? Examine the room. Oh, no touching. Okay, right. Oh, I can't touch anything. Didn't he resign? Yeah, I guess he did, actually. That's a shame. I like edgelord. The winding way. Let's keep moving. Side room? I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping in here earlier. Don't I have luminol? Yeah, luminol, everything. I don't have that, though. Apparently, all that stuff that was brought into that final chapter of the last game, the one that was just Hell on Earth, none of that comes back. I don't know how true that is, but that's what someone said. It's like, why would you bother? How can I help you? Oh, who's this? Isn't it about time to start? Time to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Like, what do you mean? Oh, bloody hell, not her. Oh, I'm looking forward to this then. Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. There's been a murder! So, like, a murder is the thing, like, where one person kills another. She is a bright spark. I know. Yep. A person has killed another person. Oh, that. What are the words I'm looking for? It's like a total bummer. After all that effort, that's all she's had to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Innie Minnie. These names are the worst. Like, why? I'm at college and researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology. She's the type of person who Medical fried chicken from South Park. Oh, right. Oh, no. I think people usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP and psychic powers, that kind of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. I really need to talk to her. Inny Minnie. So what brings you here today? I'm like, so I was the one who told Dr. Gray. He asked me, do you know any good spirit mediums? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to the place. Because, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. She did it. I think she did it. I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They must have put them in the food that I served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick, came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. Like, so you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder? Like what? Oh, that. I, like, totally know nothing. So, who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. Ooh, lack of response. Sus. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. What? Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Well, like, a long time ago, I was a patient, yeah. Not like she's trying to hide something. Sus. Super sus. Does she want to see my badge? Like, I'm really not sorry, but I'm not all that smart. Really? Okay, let's hope we never have to talk to this person again. There's no one here, as usual. Oh, it's the kid. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. There's nobody who's in your group except Maya and the surgeon. She's just a complete brainer. We don't have a lot to go off. Yeah, like, she just seems to be an absolute idiot. She's definitely sus. Oh, it's the kid. The kid did it. What's that she got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Oh, she's run away. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Oh, gone. Glad we, Where's she gone? Do you know? No. You know? Oh, she's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. God damn, Timmy, do be next. Oh, God, don't let it be me next. Ick, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Since the kid is underage and the female, she can't be involved in and the female, she can't be involved in this crime. Yeah, good point. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. Turns out my poor stomach's not handling this kind of thing. Popular opinion, but I think that that Gumshoe is more brain dead than Larry's ex. Hey, I like Gumshoe, but yeah. Hi, Kika Pollen. Hope you're okay. Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you. This is too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. I'm good. Good, man. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm going to try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh, yeah. I took some hot pictures earlier. Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene. Oh, yeah, she did. 2 even. The ginger from before clearly is literally brain dead. Oh yeah. The seance murder. I think it's going to turn around and she's going to be like the bento person. It's like, oh, just me, and then turns out she did it. The seance murder. I'm sure, like the rig to that, it was going to be a sensational story. Otter, sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops and scoop. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. And why does it feel like we've been through this before? Because we have. Back in here now. Oh, back and forth. Oh dear, madame, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright, listen up, you two, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That's a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. I think it's her with her bottomless cup. She planned it so she could take over the school or something. Or it's so her kid can become the next master. That sounds like a thing that could be crazy enough to do. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Hom, hom, hom. Yawn. Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention centre ASAP. That was quick. That takes 2 hours. Nick! Hi, Maya. What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, this is the first time I met her. It all started right here in this detention centre. I finally get to see you again. It's not your fault, you didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed the person. But it wasn't you. It doesn't matter, it might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me, I understand. Maya apparently can make everything vaporize and turn the world into a void. She got some crazy powers. So you're the master or something of the Kuran School of Channeling. Actually, my mother is for now. Well, since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe us, don't you? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When May is channeling a spirit, not only her voice but her body changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. Happened this time too. Like, it's a good thing her clothes change with her as well, else it would be really uncomfortable when she grows like that. Dr. Gray said he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on the nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went to the room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, sat down across from him, closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, but the beginning of a scary story. That's the last thing I remember. Oh, great. After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. You don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. There was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? This will hold up in court. I mean, it is the kind of court where it might actually hold up, but... What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move. It was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell too. Is it ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Mayor. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? What is it? Document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm the murderer. No one's decided that yet. I did. I killed the person with these 2 hands. Really suffocating because you were buried alive. Yeah. That's enough, Mayor. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you will lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me, I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When's the trial? Sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm gonna go. Wait. This jewel. It's called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Alright. Just gonna take the 2-hour journey back. What's that? What's that? My save trial power. Yeah. Don't defend me, you will lose. If not, I'll use my save trial power. Yeah. I have to save Maya no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Does he do any, like, normal cases? Like, surely he just has some cut and dry ones. Meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder. Oh, let's find that kid. Little Pearl isn't here. Maybe she's at school. In the side room? Oh, it's her. Oh, hey, like you're that guy from yesterday. The dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith Esquire. That's right. Wait, no, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, right? Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, I studied this thing called... Yeah, we've already been through that. Tell me about that yesterday, and the sesame allergy too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here. Oh, so like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more clear about it. My bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it. Why did you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? If Lara ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Yeah, how is she alive? I'm not even going to ask her questions. I'm just going to leave. Go to the channeling chamber. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check the room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue. Oh! Oh, Mr. Wright. I did the medicinal fried chicken as a joke, and I think I just predicted her character. Yeah, I think you did. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya. And I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea is so bitter. You lose your tongue and draw-droppingly large strawberry dessert. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. Oh, she is one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions while I have the chance. What happened? Just give her one of my endless mugs of bitter. Yeah. Give me information and I'll give you endless drinks. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened. You mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened in here, the room after I left? Well, first, I struck Mystic Mayor on the head. To make her go unconscious, correct? That's correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. The spirit of the nurse was inside Mayor's body. I used a technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber? This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. Well, it worked really well, didn't it? What do you mean? Sometimes when the inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt as you witnessed yesterday. But how? When a spirit enters the medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body. But isn't that extremely dangerous? As an experienced medium has little problem controlling such a spirit. But Maya, I mean Mystic Maya, this was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible accident. That would be the folding screen. That is the Quran's sacred writings, along with the sacred urn. They are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Oh, the huge manatee. I'd prefer to be worrying about folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. No, I don't need to go through this again. No. Pearl. So how is Pearl? Mr. Wright. In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's quite impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But, yep, she definitely caused this to happen. That's all I need. She caused it to happen so her kid could become the next master. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and it's the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she really fired up. In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it's best for you to quit, good sir. What? Cool, I'm just going to look around and touch all your things. She was in the other room when the murder happened. I don't know. You don't know what's on the other end of that cup. Could be like a portal, and that's why it's endless. But there was 2 gunshots. It could be like they fired through the wall or something. Or there's something behind the screen. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It looks quite old. It seems to be some sort of sacred text, but I can't read it. Oh! Yes! Look at that! Even before it appeared. Called it. It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? It was the weird girl. It was all, the weird girl was involved, but so was it's a conspiracy, I tell you. Well then, I do believe it's time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Mayor I said hi. What was that? I mean Mystic Mayor. I will tell her. So we've got a mirror. I mean, if I were the murderer, I would burn the body by putting her in this massive fire hazard. Yeah, just knock over a couple of candles. And if she had a knife, why was there a gun involved as well? Like, they could have been in there for ages. She could have done it, burnt down the place. It'd been fine. Put him in the urn. This is an incinerator as well. Just like, this could have been perfectly fine. Perfect plan. Also, GlitchCon is live. I saw that, but I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what that is. I saw there was a competition that I'm definitely going to enter. Oh, I can enter it now. Do that now very quickly. I have to deal with that. Deal with that later. Deal with that afterwards. Oh, just like that. Yeah, I'm not sure what GlitchCon is. I'm not gonna lie. I've got it up because it says you can get things, but I'm not sure. Well, I saw the competition for new streaming stuff, which would be really sweet. Very quickly. What? I can't enter it. France, Germany, Japan. What about UK? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, it says you can do the UK. I'll deal with that later. Be live for a bit. Go to side room. See what's it. Oh, she's go on. Let's ask her about this. There's so much for me to study here. The vase is an urn. The cracked one, yeah. So, like, I asked her to stay here for a little longer. So she can learn. What happened? It's totally scary, she says with a silly smile on her face. So, do you know anything that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday too. That's right, her reaction yesterday, I asked when... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Even though she definitely does. Okay, she's definitely hiding something. Is something wrong? Yeah, you're a liar. What have you got to say about this? Nope, she's just gonna say she's stupid. Got my eye on you. Don't trust you. Oh, it's the kiddo. You surprised me. How are you today? Nope. Good chat. She's still holding the key. Do you want this shiny thing? Oh yeah, May said to give this to you. I'm in trouble now. She started to cry. Morgan sees us like this. I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Mares. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I've worked with Mayor. You worked with Mystic Mayor? You're Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked up Nick from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Mayor's special someone. Oh. What? Like, there's no way they're old enough for that. So then, of course, you're going to help Mayor, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. Mayor's not very old. I don't think this is okay. The earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being bottled into a bright red lobster by this kind of kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Mayor. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Right, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Right. Do you want this now? It's one of the most important heirlooms of the village. Please make sure to take good care of it. I thought I need to give it to you. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Mayo when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Mayo was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Mayo's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. Well, if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special. Where in the world did you get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yeah, for example, I study the Quran technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. Lawyer. Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? Not that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say, like, has everyone forgotten about her big sister? Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what you've got there, Pearl? Oh, I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Yes, please. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me, you look like a child in a toy store, Mr. Nick. He not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Black key added to the court record. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? Can I call you that? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you okay for me to have this? Yeah, I've been trying to give it to you. Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this, but you just said you wanted it. All I should really do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Please take this. I'm sure it'll be helpful. What do you mean? We'll let you see people's secrets. If it's alright with you, I'd like to... Oh my god. She does. She becomes a accomplice. Why is she becoming an accomplice? What is glitch gone? If it's alright with you, I'd like to accompany you for a while. As soon as I come back, Phoenix has got yet another underage partner. I know, I don't get it. I don't think it's okay. I can explain the Magnatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Alright, well let's go use this space magic on this one. I want to raffle for the stream makeover, but I can't pick my country. I'm very confused. Hello again, we seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. I'm fairly certain this is called child labour. Yeah. Oh, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No? How old do you think I am? Right. Let's try the magic thing. Wow, it's a Magatama. Oh, you shouldn't have. Certainly not for you. Hey, it's not like to freak me out like that. That should be my line. Oh, I just want to use it. I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I totally don't know him. Oh. What? What is that? You can't see it, can you? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on the person's heart. This is the power of the Magatama, of course. Only you can see these Cyclocks, Mr. Nick. Cyclocks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. How? Minigame. Please use Mystic Mayor's Magatama on this person. Let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but I'll give it a try. Alright, the stone thing causes this. It's awkward. Okay. You must be careful, though. You make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give it a try. I'll ask you again. Here we go. The girl is hiding something, I'm sure of it. Guess I have no choice but to remove the lock. Alright, so first I have to use the Magatama. Oh, so I have to actually use it. A bit back and forth. Ooh. Isn't she gonna be weird if I'm like standing in front of it and just like looking through the thing like that? It's basically if you don't call someone out on a lie, you get kicked in the chest by a rock. Oh, okay. The victim. Oh, so it's adding the court bit into the main game. I kind of get that. Innie Minnie, I believe you know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like how many times I have to repeat myself? If you're like so totally sure, where's your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have known at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean by indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Innie and Dr. Gray. The map? I mean, you were in the same place. Here is your proof. Ouch. Okay, now I'm Else did warn me. If you make a mistake, it hurts me. Well, the only thing I've got is the bullet hole. So I don't have anything. I don't think I have enough evidence. I should investigate. Okay. Where's the box? What's in the box? Well, it's just all set for tonight. Like, she said with her own words that she knew him, and she showed him it. So, like, why do I need to prove it? Also, for stuff like the folding screen in the courtroom, you have a table for evidence, but how do you put an 8 feet tall folding window into your pocket? It's possible. Just a deep pocket. Play dead and the bear won't find you, okay? Thanks for your help there, weird woman. Alright. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna find something. So I can give you some shit. It's an incinerator. Well, that's the old urn. A lovely garden. What room am I gonna run to now? Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yeah, oh, I feel really bad for you. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying this kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. He's a kid himself. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you showing her? Something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. What about Maya and the charges pressed against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking to proof, we've got a few pieces. Yeah, that puffy-haired photographer's gonna testify tomorrow. Must be talking about Laura. Actually, speaking of Laura, I took some hot pictures. Let's get the pics. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? Victim. About Dr. Gray, the victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was just looking through some newspapers from last year and I could have sworn I had cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. Searching through his pocket, and they are big. Really interesting too. Oh, do you have a copy? Copy of the article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy with the office. Oh, right, so I've got to go to the office. Bad news and even worse news. Right, well, the prosecutor for the trial... Oh, it's Prosecutor Von Karma? I thought he's, like, in jail for being a murderer or something. What? Von Karma? He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in his 30-year career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of evil force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec, didn't Von Karma stand trial? And that's where the other piece of news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing is actually his successor. Oh. But I thought the successor to Von Karma was Edgelord. Literally, it's his kid. Okay. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and he hasn't lost a trial since. That's why what they call a prodigy, pal. Wait a sec. 13? The kids became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany. That's probably why I've never heard of the person. Still, it takes someone... All it takes is someone mentioning your name, Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Yeah, but I won it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore. Now he's gone. Right. So let's leave here. Let's go to the offices. Where's the newspaper? There it is. This is the only thing he left behind. I've got to go all the way back. So that's 4 hours of travelling just to get a newspaper article. Dr. Gray brought this to my office the other day, and hey, that's the news story, the one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Mini, Miney. There we go, This girl is the nurse's daughter. Interesting. So that's why she wanted to kill him. Take that! I've got you now. The victim. Eeny meeny. I believe you know who Dr. Gray is. Because you are the sister of the nurse he killed. Take that! Take a look at the newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Minnie Miney. Miney is pretty a rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Minnie Miney couldn't happen to be a relative of Law's, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister. She was a nurse, perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Why is she eating a hat? Unlock success. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Minnie Miney. Like, how different do they look from each other? One looks like pure evil. Like, I think she might actually have been the murderer. Might not have been the grey dude at all. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. My sis was like always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So that's why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so that's why the accident happened. The one where the 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault too. My sister was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, are we done? I'm still dancing, but apparently I'm really sad. I've, like, already told you my story, like, to everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a cyclops works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Never. Can we talk to him about Minnie? No. Got anything in here? Nope, we've done all this. I better shut my mouth. I'm not going to give you any information about evidence. Alright, fine. No, you're not going to talk to me. Okay. Alright, fine. How about my badge? Hey, look, it's my attorney's badge. Good one, pal. You're always good for a laugh with your little badge. But a real man has a police badge. Oh. Mr. Nick? What is it, Bells? I was wondering if I could see it too. Oh no, it's okay. It's not that important anyway. Someone cared about my badge. Oh, what we got here now? Mr. Nick, I have never left Crane Village. Really? Well, your mother's gonna kill me. Like, stay here. I don't need you. Really? That's pretty amazing. You're gonna meet with Mystic Mayor, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Hey, wait. She ran off again. Well, I know any secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna save Mayor. Also, with the table for evidence, like, there's times where I've walked around with, like, all the murder weapons and stuff and not handed them in to the police. Like, I think there's times you definitely should have, right? Detention center. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? Boys. I like how this is just mainly a cleavage change. Like, how to represent she has been possessed. Even without me being here, looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Maya. She's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch lawyer, but whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. The spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. You can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. So tell me all about it. I'm gonna guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what happened in the last 2 days. Maya closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. What am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear that what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, please tell me, believe in your convictions, and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. Surely if she's like someone else right now, I could make her walk out the door. Let me just break her out of jail. Be like, look, does she look like a 15-year-old kid? Absolutely not. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya is having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and would be buried in the ground. But that's impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure, when a medium channels her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream. Then what does it mean? I think it's a safe bet that Maya was set up. It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Come on, show me the key. I think she's being literal here. There, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that happened in the case. Phoenix, listen, right now the key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to the case is. Does she need to keep saying key? That is enough. But, how could I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Mia? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. Which means Maya must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me. What in the world is going on? To be continued. Clench break might be like, come on, tell me the answer. Come on. Just like do that until they actually like do it. Trial time. Ah, they've added UK to the stream thing. Do you want to enter it as well? Just gonna enter this comp for some wicked streaming gear. Should be pretty cool from the Twitch glitch thing. GlitchCon. Just say you're already here. What's the glitch things? I'm not fully sure what the GlitchCon thing is. Just seems to be a lot of streamers talking and stuff. I'm not popular enough for that. It'd be great if I was, but oh, it's Americans who put the month first because that's how it works. Sorry about this, I just want to hopefully win something. It'd be really nice. Sort my little setup out, make it less sad. I do have some plans for the stream. I just need to put it all together. I'm hoping to get do a big overhaul soon. But I just need to get the money together first. What is GlitchCon? Oh, it's an actual convention and they're doing it online because of COVID. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it'd be great if I got invited to it, but I'd be very surprised. Right, back to prosecutioning. No, I heard it's his successor this time. Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. Man was also obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sort of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor. Yeah, because I sent him to prison. Now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Hurley, you showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I thought she's not allowed to leave the village. Her aunt is going to literally murder me. Especially because I think she's already been involved in another murder. What's too going to bother about her? I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came by yourself? Yep. I snuck out the manor and followed a map. You tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. That... Oh god. It takes 2 hours by train. Oh man. Hurley, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, innit? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Edgelord would be a lot nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Objection! Objection! I still remember him as I saw him only yesterday. Objection! Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. There's always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life, Mayor, please don't mention that name ever again. But why? I'm sorry, Mayor. I forgot you don't know. He's gone, and he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk. Nick? June 21st, 10 AM. District Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mayor Fay. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What is with this kid? Ahem, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Ah, yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on, so she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma. I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came into this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Why has she got a whip? Revenge? Is this about her father? If it's somewhat of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... I'm talking. Why is she whipping people? That's not okay. If you're untucked again, my whip will do the speaking for me. He's the judge. Surely, like, he could be like, what are you doing trying to whip me? Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg you. Ow. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix, right? Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. What? Okay. I've just claimed a GlitchCon badge. How nice. What that means? I want a badge. Badge? Badge? I want a badge. Oh, I see. Get your problem. I'll be out in a minute. Right, Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection, or become a murderer. The defendant, Mayor Fay, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. Cool. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes. Oh, she's exactly the same as the other Von Karma. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. Plea usually reversed for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defendant stands by the plea of not guilty, because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call my first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Why is it whipping? What's going on? Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If anyone please look at this map. Hey, map. The Channing chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. Time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief you have there, Your Honour. Anyway, a few minutes after channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases that I have ever presided over. Yeah, that's what you think. So how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. She's come all the way from Germany to get revenge. Surely she wants to relish in it rather than be like, cool, we're done. Revenge. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. The shot was fired from point-blank range. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. There's definitely a hole at the back of the room, behind the fan in there or something. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report. After being stabbed in the chest, shot in the forehead. The court accepts it into evidence. I may question. Cause of death. Direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. Yeah. Shot from point blank range. How do you know? Point blank. So how far away is that? So nowhere between 12 and 20 inches away. And how do you know it's shot at point blank? Tisk, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools in this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes the bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there are definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause death. Murderer used it to piss off the stomach. Okay. Do we have the knife? The understanding of point blank being at least a foot away is something. Well, you know. Gotta have these stuff clarified. How are you, Feathers? Hope you're alright, bud? Stabbed. What is he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it becomes to the face, sir. Yeah, man, I'm good. Have you entered the GlitchCon competition for all the streamy stuff? Which would be pretty sweet. Just went live. But now I'm all good. Just plodding along as you have to at the moment. So how do they class anything? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, go on the main page. It's advertised pretty much all over the place. It's basically just a load of streaming gear. For the sake of a quick competition, it's worth it. How do they class anything under 12 inches away? That's a really good point. Super blank range? You just need to, like, it's a raffle thing, so it's like name and Twitch account. Might still have it, my thing. There you go. Yeah, it's worth it. Have you done it? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, Mayor Face fingerprints are all over it. Yeah, I realised Saturdays are like a very slow day to stream, and I think it's not helping that this GlitchCon thing's happening as well. But I'm gonna get to the end of this. All over it, huh? I mean, it doesn't look all over it, it's just like a bit on the end. Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Let's have a look. Do I not get the knife into evidence? I'm not sure that's okay. Days of the week no longer have any meaning. Oh yeah, like 100%. I have like dates. I like have something to do in like 3-4 weeks time. Except I can't go to the big Tesco after 4 on a Sunday. The wound was very severe. Yeah, like days of the week have just no longer existing. I have days where I want to be productive and days where I don't, and that's my line. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How do you know? How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have been hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. His testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. And then the murderer used the gun to finish him off. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? This is what I want to know. Yep, sure as can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too. A foolish fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. I hate this person so much. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open your big mouth. Don't you stop trying to whip me. Grr, what a pain. Nothing sounds out of place so far. Let's try to learn more about the murder weapons. Okay. She gets $1 for every time she says fool. Might be how it works. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? Like, she's here for revenge as well, so like, I don't think for one thing she should be allowed in the same courtroom as me. Like, that's not okay. Now, this court does have some very weird rules. So, the gun was the victim's. The victim. Now, why would he have had it? Why would he have had a pistol? Who cares? The point that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on the pistol. You're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints, there were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant Maya Faye's were also on the grip. It's a shame that a body changes, but her fingerprints don't. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands here. That's enough. We clearly have established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. The murder weapon. And the murder weapon. Let's have a quick look. So we got Bear's both fingerprints and Bear's his fingerprints. The date and time of death was June the 19th at 3:15 PM. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. I don't know why she has a whip. I really don't. Like, she's just appeared out of nowhere. And she's like whipping the judge and he's just fine with it. Does that seem like an open and shut case? Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honour, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite, Mr. Wright. Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. Guess she is dressed like a circus ringleader. Yeah. She better be like a German prosecutor who's came here for revenge. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix, right? You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. Not if I don't press next. I can definitely make it go longer. Must be one hell of an origin story. Ringleader to prosecutor. The real greatest show. Will you change to justify self-defense because now would be the time to do so? This is my final chance. This is a huge to think. I didn't save it. No, I made a mistake. Oh my god, it's let me save. I'm so scared about what happened the other day that I'm saving so often now. Plead not guilty. Because I know who did it. If we plead justify self-defense, we would be basically confessing to the murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labelled as a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honour, have you reached a conclusion? The defence will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. Like, take that offer! You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective? Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Like, that's not okay. Yeah, all the names in this are very on the nose. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. Like the judge's name is actually Judge. My name is Judge. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. I also have this when the judge shouts order. Order! Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the scene of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Next case, the murder of Salty. The defendant... There is nothing subtle about any of these cases. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There is certainly evidence of a back spray of blood on this. The piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. How did they get her clothes? She was wearing them. Alright, Mr. Wright. May's fingerprints on both murder weapons and the blood splatters on her clothes. Could the situation get noticed? Yes, because she kind of did kill them. Gumshoe definitely Kaiser-sewed himself in the classroom or something. Oh yeah, he's a weird guy. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with the tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. The incriminating evidence. So, there's even more incriminating evidence. It's a costume. It's not a costume. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. She's wearing her channeling costume today too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. I'm not going to go with that. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. More information, please? He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder could change drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove the victim did fight back. That felt calmer. She thinks she can decide the verdict on testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Right, do I have anything to prove they're fighting back? Oh, can I use this? No, because it comes up when I need to use that now, doesn't it? I'll save the knife. Use the gun to shoot everyone and leave. Let's see what the gun's got to say for itself. No, it doesn't. Blood. Lab results show that it's the victim's blood. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... Don't go objecting. If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time, let's move on. Whoa! You don't get a call that. Ah yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. I have the judges on her side. If I bite off more, the press. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection. There must be something about this costume. I'll have to look harder. Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. It's like my time is up, so about the costume, there is one little thing. Your Honour, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about? Where is the problem you're talking about? I've come this far, there's no turning back. Oh, I have no idea. Please don't say I have to present anything. Oh, there's a bullet hole on it. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. There's a tiny hole. A hole? That wasn't in the report. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one even told me. I mean, you have eyes, dude. The hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like the hole I've been looking for. Your Honour, the only logical conclusion you can make is that this must be a bullet hole. Could have, like, flopped over the thing? I don't think that... Oh, wait. Order! Order! This is a very grave matter. Best we correct the court record for anything else. Press check button for the details. Press check button. Oh, I can just look at it. Okay. Is she smiling? What else is she hiding? Put yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony like that just now was a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence... Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. The defendant attacked and killed the person who without doubt was not firing. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know. Come on now, Mr. Wright, there's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that. Okay, the costume, covered in blood. Okay. You need to present some evidence. See, there's that. Is this the time for that? Because it... No. It could be he tried to shoot her. Back to the close, eh? Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is a kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is a bullet hole you police overlook supposed to mean? Well, what does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. Seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the winds seem to be shifting. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Mr. Von Karma? It seems that Mayor Fay was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds to support a justified self-defense plea. That's correct. But I'm sure you remember what the defense clearly said. They rejected the justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Now that you... Why, that's right. Stop whipping people. Which means the defense has to prove anything at all. No. Well, yeah, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. How so? Why do you whip it? Don't just stand there. Hurry and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Oh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. I mean, there's a lot of holes there. The scenario you've put together does make sense. Well, right, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now your cross-examination, please. Why? I think it's a big question. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength and it seems unlikely the defendant would have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such a flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Mayor Fay was in the middle of a channeling, was she not? When channeling with the correct channeling techniques, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it, she even stood it up on the channeling. Like I said, I am perfect. But if they're using that as a defense, as a reason to prosecute, surely you can use it as defense as well. What are you talking about? I didn't quite get it. Never mind, let's continue with the testimony. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterwards I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe 10 times the dizziness? Sorry. While they were fighting, they took out a gun. Where in the world did the pistol come from? It looked like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? So you were saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired. But yeah, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. The defendant then picked up the opening. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even me, I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly does look as being really bad. There's got to be a contradiction somewhere. And it's going to uncover the truth. Alright, so we've been through all that. What have we got? See, if they're using the channeling, surely I can be like, well, yeah, but then it means it wasn't her. Victim, fight back, took out the gun, took a shot. No, not time for the screen yet. Too close, they missed. The defendant picked up the opening and ended it. Can't be a contradiction. I've got anything. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, that's happened. Right, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked the opening and ended it. Let's just question all this again, see if I've missed anything. So this is talking about the channeling, which you've already done. Stab room didn't kill him. Then he talks about giving blood. Pistol, the guy had the pistol 2 days before. That's fishy. Bullet hole. Never fired a gun, it was already ready to roll. Gun? What's the gun got to do with anything? No. And I've lost. No! In this case, it's extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation. The court finds defendant Mayafei guilty. Oops. Well, the two were fighting, they took out the gun. It's the last of his strength to fight back. So the autopsy reports say stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. 2 shots fired on the pistol. The mowed down a weapon. Small fruit knife belongs to the phase. I'm actually a little stumped here, because that's not relevant yet. That's not relevant yet. Unless I bring up this? No. No. Ah! This was difficult. Trying to think. What could it be? So it's not about bringing up the past. Folding screen on the first shot has nothing to do with it. Key's not helpful. Floor plans aren't helpful, really. The autopsy report? No. I don't know why I thought that would be a good piece of evidence. Oh wait, there's people. You can use people now, can't you? Bring up the nurse. Nope. It's gotta be a person thing. Cover the truth. Not him either. During the challenge, the defendant saw a chance to stab. Thus, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out the gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were close, he missed. The defendant then picked up the opening, took the gun, and ended it. This is hard. The gun, victim's gun, ended it. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. There's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. It's going to be something painfully obvious, isn't it? During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening. That might... The map? Like, they're still far enough away, right? No. Hit the opening, took the gun, and ended it. Dr. Turner Gray. Him as cousin. Mini Mini. The Mimi Mini. Dies in a car. Yeah, okay. While the two are fighting, the victim took out his gun. See, if he already had the gun, there's a good chance he would have used it like he actually started it. Or maybe if I used it when they say how it started. This. No. This is difficult. I don't know which statement I need to call them up on, actually. Maybe my badge? See, the newspaper clipping, like, how is that going to be helpful? The victim used less strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Took a shot, they were too close, he missed. So got the burn mark, there's no burn marks on that. Is that it? I thought it said it did. I thought they said it did was... Yeah, it's that one. So it's that because they were too close. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecutor's undoing. What do you mean? The little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on the costume? Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified. When something is shot from a point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh, but there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on the costume. That's a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim was pushed the defendant away. And then that's when they were separated, that he fired. How would that? As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would have not had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Why does she hold herself when she gets, like, hit? Well then, that's right, the defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. Does it make an awful lot of sense? What do you think? Must be careful, I can't afford to make a mistake here. Yeah, I really can't. I have, like, no health left. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in your argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw. Very interesting. I'd love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in our explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. When she was about to strike, the doctor took a shot. Must have been a piece of evidence that contradicts this. Now is the folding screen. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What's that? A folding screen? I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in the folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. You what? Where? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. These two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... When the shot was fired, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Nope. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please look at the diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. At this location, at about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Must have been there. Somewhere around here. Uh oh, the judge's face scrunched like he smelled some serious bad breath. Wait, I realised I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. What? In the meantime, I want you to think through things again. Okay. This ain't court of law, this is just perseverance. Of course. What done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. Well, she was actually here. Maybe even there. Oh, I didn't mean to click! Not what I meant, not what I meant. Wrecked. Ooh, wait a minute. What sleeve was it? Have a look, shall we? So it was on the left-hand one. So it means she was facing him. Kneeling around. She should have been facing him. So yeah, she would have been there. Would have still been there. Or maybe closer. Let's try closer. Nope. I don't understand that. What I'm wrong here. Is it like just I'm not pressing the right bit? Oh, every time. I wish I had more life so I don't have to keep re-saying. I'll go back once, I had an extra life there. Something doesn't make sense. The fatal flaw. And the screen. Ah, why don't we save it? Let's try out the altar, but it doesn't make sense because it... I don't get it. The altar? I'm missing something here, right? It's on the left one, which meant she was kneeling and looking at the dude. Over there. Or she could have been turned away on the other side, playing with the fire. Let's try that. Once again, we'll try the double life route, but I'm going to stop it before it gets to the thing. It's going to make sense. Yow! Take that! Right. So the other one could be here, facing away. I am so confused. Like, is she behind the screen? Behind the screen. The victim and the attacker were fighting, were they not? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind... Oh, right. That was it. Because it's not the attacker. Besides, if which the attacker was behind the folding screen, then how would the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Yeah, I guess so. Mr. Wright. Oh. Nope, that was just its own little story. I don't know, I've like pressed everywhere now. Right next to the hole. She was standing here near the folding screen. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet, but how can you gauge the distance from that? So it is right next to the hole. I thought I already clicked there, to be honest. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she was shot somewhere closer, there'll be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you! I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think it's changed the defensive situation? Changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Mayor Fay was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? On further consideration, it does make very little sense. I figured that would be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Ooh, wrecked. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the last radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? To think you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did she have to be the same smarmy smile? Why whip? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? How is it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Laura. Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Oh my, that was grueling. Right. Well, we'll save it there, and we'll carry on maybe tomorrow. Monday, I'm going to do some Outer Wilds. And if not, back with this next week. If not tomorrow, yeah, I'm definitely doing some Outer Wilds on Monday. So if you like that last stream, make sure you tune in to that. No, sorry, you're done now. Okay. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. As always, please, if you can like, share about and stuff. If there's people who you think might like my stuff, please recommend. Anything to really get a bit of the old promotion up. You know. Thanks always for watching, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.